she always cheated a lot with her collar, like Bella does.
You know, remember when kids used to have those security codes that they would give to know that, hey, this is the person picking me up, that only family and friends would know?
Yeah.
I just realized, you realize that there is some parent out there who thought it was a good idea to do that and say that the security word was motherfucker?
Oh, come on.
Who's going to say it to a kid?
Not me. Like, your parent needs to come up with another test.
What if it was the kid who said that this would be the perfect word? Due to the fact that no one would ever know it and no one would ever say it.
True. This is very true.
If I had kids and I had to do that, dick liquor.
Long intro to be blamed by ferocity. Well, hello. Here we are again with paranoia.
Spicy not doing one.
Okay, let's see. Certain issues we got to deal with first of all is it's probably around noon, we'll call it, because you're supposed to be like halfway through your day where you
And why is the sun going down?
That's because the sun is created artificially. And the high programmer has asked for an earlier sun, but not a time change. Okay, what we have is
Failure to
initial
communicate.
I knew he was
issues
going to say that.
to remind of where we were at. Okay, you are still on Alan I's check to try to locate this Rimbald B.
Thank you.
Okay?
My little book is missing. I don't want to forget.
Okay, might have been over there somewhere. I missed it.
Probably.
Okay, you are dealing with a lot of that right protesters right now. It's also something you might have to do as internal security.
Shooting all.
They're all protesting the living rights of the protesters.
When we get this, go to Soil and Grain.
That's for dinner. Come on, goddamn piece of paper. It wants to be two. I want to be quicker. Okay. This is your drink, though.
This is for me?
Yes. Okay. And I don't have to worry about this one. He slept in this morning. And you have two things that you've been kind of watching on. Just to remind you, remember about this whole tomorrow morning will be a completely different morning to your plan? You're supposed to be pushing what's called the MDS Star form, which is the mandatory daily schedule request, and coordinate it with others and see how they match. So basically, the more you get, you can like get a broader area and maybe make people happier for like a plan from that. But you want like everyone's information. It was suggested bonus fund advisories would take the average citizen no more than 1 hour and 14 minutes. Okay. And the other one is the internal securities have been having you search for hidden records. Basically ones that have been scrubbed through the system. So when it comes to like, if you guys run into like needing some information about, let's say, Rimbaldi's crime, which you kind of got found out, but you can re-request it basically. That's the role you will need. Okay. Then I have one more for all of you. Okay. You're on management. Go down to the bottom to the first empty space and write charisma. CHARISMA.
Underneath management.
You're writing it in as a new skill. Everyone.
Management.
Yep, underneath the bottom of management skills. And whatever your management skill is, that's what that is.
Okay.
That's good. These are new skills we're going to add to make it easier for some of this stuff.
Okay.
We can use
C-A-R.
game. You want me to spell it again?
Yeah.
CHARISMA. At the bottom of stealth, right perception. Yep.
Have you had your standard, fix for the night?
CEP. Shun. TION. Same stat as your stealth. Now, violence, we already have agility, luckily. These are basically giving you more physical skills because all these have to do with like knowledge. On the bottom, though, put strength and equal it to your violence skill. Yep. It's the only way we determine like for like how much you can lift. I don't see a stat for that, so I created it. ENGTH. Okay.
You also need to put perception down.
Under stealth.
I had 3 down for that.
Whatever the violence score is, that is 2. You can add stuff to this. Now,
I have perception.
Alright.
Under stealth. PERCEP. PRCEP. TION.
So that'll be a 2.
Yep.
okay. Now down to the next set. I'm creating one new stat for each of them.
Alright. One on strength with what?
Perception.
Whatever your strength,
No, stealth.
Stealth is perception. Management is charisma. Violence is strength. These are the new ones I've added.
Do we have numbers on them yet?
Yes, the strength is equal to your violence. Your perception is equal to your strength or stealth. And your charisma is equal to your management. Now, first of all, I think you guys are behind on 2 points to spend. Remember 1 point per game? So, you have 2 pluses. You can spend it on one of these or something else. Now, second, that's on knowledge skills. Underneath hardware is wisdom. WISDOM. 6. And this has to do with recall, with like the ability, like the knowledge you have. That's why mechanical engineering, stuff like that. Then you have to understand and remember. While under software is straight up intelligence, you put INT and put that equal to your software. The hardware is the same as your wisdom. Finally, the last one is under wetware. At the bottom, add body. That's what you would roll on if you had to resist a poison or something, or a shock. That would be what that stat's for. These are just, I think it's stats they kind of miss, and you do this in games sometimes. You find what you need, help, like Call of Cthulhu. We got a big adjustment on those. Anyone who remembers who is watching this that saw Call of Cthulhu, we're going to do some adjustments on the game. We'll be missing this Saturday. We'll be back to normal the Saturday after that. We also apparently won't be on this Thursday.
Gives her more time to recover. Happens.
Seizure.
Oh, as she puts it.
Okay. So, I think that puts us caught up to where we are. Now, for starters, you are at the studio.
Yep.
You have the information
Yep.
on where the two people that had showed up to rent the equipment, to use it, where they were staying. They've been arrested now
Okay.
because they were inside the building with you guys. They had a preset negotiation, so if they had to run, they were going to leave it running. It was to make it look busy if it had to happen. They're all going to hide. You know, they think about opening the door and having them like take off their uniforms, their shirts, and hide with all the people in the bank. And act like they'd gotten away. But they got beat up, and they got tricked. So, you are on internal security right now. But in actuality, you are starting with, there's been an increase and they really want more increase in this. They actually want to work this into the morning cycle. More interrogations. So, this morning you're starting with an interrogation. Before you go out on duty to go locate
Possibly.
Okay. Now I count it. Defense left. Okay, that goes down to Morgan. He's a dirty nose. People don't know what's going on. They're watching. It's kind of a cool trick. Okay. Let me check some stats. Not those ones. What? The let me see here. The secret page. Wait, I don't have it here. Thought I had it. I don't see it. I mean, it's in here. It's weird.
It's in that vacuum.
Oh, she's sending me the love messages?
Yep. No. Do you see the confusion?
His name is Rimbald B. I can see it now. Not the first time. Shorter, 4-letter word. Okay.
Okay.
I put on this so I don't accidentally send anyone else that message. Hey!
Now that I know.
Yeah. He wants to.
Pretty girl.
punish the bosses.
Baby girl.
Okay. What is the stat on the second page that is for your secret society? Like it determines your rank or something like that. What is it on there? I don't need to know your actual number. I just need to know what it's called.
Degree.
Degree? And that is what number? Oh, well, let's say 1 to 10? Or was it 1 to 20? 1 to 10. 1 to 10. And 10 was the higher?
Yeah.
Okay.
Back the fuck up. Bill's hiding his like, no.
And it's shit.
Good luck. That's
It's a mirror.
you have to go into that.
Bill.
No.
Right?
Yeah, you want to pass around your bill?
Yeah, if you want, here, give it to me.
Share your secrets with everyone.
Let us know your secrets, come on.
Come on, mister.
That was
Have
actually
one,
for
you
you,
know
Bill.
you want to give us your secret.
Good thing you asked before she just handed it on.
I was reaching for it.
I know. I would have took it on here.
Okay, really? Was this for me? No.
No, it's for everybody.
You interrupted on your standing too close to him on your PDA, and when it came out across from you, you're like, I think this one's for you.
That would have been bad, Bill.
Usually it's always going to somebody else, so I wasn't.
Now, you may not remember, or you may remember, but you
It actually sour.
are, you've been contacted and given a list, but so did you guys hear this
Aftertaste, though.
from the internal security.
Yeah.
And you are supposed to gather what you can on that list. Because someone asked you to, and sent you a list of stuff they needed for their special mixture.
Oh, that's right. There
Could
it
you have
is.
my drink out of the fridge, please? I don't know.
Well, it's not carbonated.
Yeah, but you can still hit your forehead if you hit it.
It says shake before you drink it.
Shake,
I know.
shake your booty. Oh, I'm over here talking right into the microphone as I'm like looking in the.
Thank you.
I'm doing my Barry Manilow imitation. Hey, don't change the rating of my show. Did anyone think that when Trump was asking for a special master, he was like talking about another porn star?
Could have been.
Okay. Mike, you're working at your office,
Yep.
looking at information.
I just separate you two.
For the most part,
Just execute.
you got
Focus on
basically you've been looking for information about Rimbaud's beat.
Mhm.
Yeah, that we picked up on Sunday night anyways.
Now at that point, all of you guys, probably a good way to start out, get a call from Alpha Complex, which means you're being called as troubleshooters to meet the situation. So, everyone roll a die 20. Just it's random, so it doesn't matter what you're rolling it on.
4.
18.
13.
7.
Okay? It was kind of like an encounter check, see if you guys had any trouble getting to the situation area. Usually because first thing you do is you stop at your place and pick up guns. People leave you alone a lot of the time.
Yeah, I do.
You always have guns. It's nice to be able to carry guns. Your job, isn't it? Dark.
Okay, Gunner.
Well, to be honest, our guns have been.
Well, he likes carrying a big spoon. The biggest spoon you've seen, one you use to mix in the vat.
Okay, Spooner.
Also, we want to see if he got stopped on the way out of his office by protesters.
Me?
Yeah. They're out front complaining.
Just make sure
Wait,
we're
wait.
listening.
But on the way out,
Hi, Laura.
the security officer stops you and says, "Oh, will you be back later?
I'm not sure.
We've gotten a message here that I'm supposed to hand you from head office,
What'd you
but
put there?
we were sending it, but I guess you weren't in the room. It was just about a minute ago."
Why'd you go over there? Come over here.
What's the message?
Okay, apparently head office thinks it might be good to increase the temperature of the
I got my butt. I got my butt. I got my
to
butt.
assure that it kills anything that's in it.
More sanitize on it.
Go ahead and do a die 20 roll on your intelligence. I might play with these a
Come on,
little
down.
bit to get you guys used to
You
it.
want down? Call.
It's a new one under software. On the bottom. Very bottom. Very bottom. Down. That's not the bottom. Keep going.
Oh, intelligence. That's
Okay, now make a die 20 roll under that.
9.
What do you have?
Oh my! It said it was marked with a
Same as your software.
7, and I got a 9.
No, you didn't make it. But also though, which just reminds me, I think we lost track, so all of you have 2 points to make up for that you can spend on your character. Remember, you can put them on any stat or whatever, you put them on the new ones if you want. All of you have 2 points to spend. You will not be reminded again. Okay, you all go to the situation rooms. Where there's a technician besides the 2 guys that are always there. Kind of the people that run the situation room, you know. The one guy that's, are you happy? And the other one that's like on everyone's ass for exactly on the paperwork. Are you making fun of it? Is candy stuck to your mouth? You went and grabbed rope, didn't you? 2 little pieces? A thin rope, it looks like, maybe? I don't know.
You got stuff, and I got.
You got candy stuck to your mouth. Now I don't want any, that's for sure. Then I'm going to take them out and sit here and adjust them. That's
Not
weird.
real plastic.
They're like
Oh, okay.
up underneath
Straw.
my
Straw?
zipper.
Used to be a straw.
Who has little straws? Like Kool-Aid box straws.
No one.
Is that what they look like? So it's like juice box straws?
Bring it here.
I just want to make sure if there's something someone's dropping, not here's just to let them know not to do it. No, it's a broken in half.
Yeah, there
It's
was
a clear straw.
Is my white styrofoam cup still out there?
Yeah, and it still has a straw.
Yeah.
And that was from the Burger King.
Okay. Did I leave it over there? Okay, that's my fault. Okay. Now we know what to watch for.
Or she got out of the cup in the trash.
Could be, but the trash is over here. But it could have
A
fallen
little
out.
trash can.
Oh, well, I didn't look at that. Okay.
No more candy for you.
There's also a technician here who is busy wiring things into the system. Partially to do with tomorrow morning's activities. One, a dance bot will be showing up to test you guys as some of the Alpha Complex's trusted members of society, so if they work for you, we'll
Where's he
know.
at?
Oh, that's all right. I'm keeping you on. So, are you gonna live?
First time trying this one. This ain't drink.
However, they're going to do that special morning. It's also the day that you guys would attempt to come up with ideas and tell these two, especially tell, I should get their names. Whistler, Benji and Anton. Anton is the one who is heavy on the making sure everyone does the right paperwork. And Benji is the fun officer to make sure you guys stay fun. You have fun. Make sure you're in a good mood. If you need something, tell me, and I'll make sure you're having fun. I have an entire pharmacy worth of things.
Yeah, you're not the only one.
Okay, well, good. Then we'll all be happy. And that's what matters. Getting coffee? You want a cup? Got a cup. Fuck you.
And I'm out.
Okay. She's going into the room for her interrogation.
Is that what we're calling it nowadays?
Well, yeah, that's part of their product. A dance spot will be brought in to go through calisthenics with you and assure you guys can handle the plan. But also, there will be a nutritional analysis of carbohydrates, or as we like to call it, munch. It's a mobile unit.
Munch?
Yeah. It's being plugged into the system so they can taste the breakfast that you guys are having and adjust it if necessary. Now, did you failed your intelligence roll, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a 9.
Okay. You're not sure how bringing up the temperature may affect it.
Yeah.
I mean, it may burn it.
Yeah.
So you haven't done anything yet, but you luckily had to come to the situation. Now, the bigger problem is you were called here by Alpha Complex. The Alpha Complex says there's a problem in the productivity of our district. And would like to know if you guys know what it is. So, we'll start with...
Okay.
Well, here, I'll start with you, Riptide.
Huh?
No, her name's Ripcord. Get it right.
Riptorn?
Riptide.
You're called Ripcord.
Ah, damn it.
That was the other one, Ripcord. You're called into the confession booth with a big computer eye that looks at you. Which is also, some say, it also has lie detection by judging your pulse and everything. When you do go in, you put your arm in a band and slide in. Kind of like those heart check machines at Walmart. It feels kind of like that. They put that on you, and then then the computer comes on and asks you, what would you say is the reason for the productivity in your district being reduced? And they are talking about the entire district, not you. So don't feel self-defensive on that part.
Okay.
What is it that everyone else is doing wrong? And she's not specifically asking about the team either.
Well, who's not taking their happy pills?
I take mine every day. What you talking about? Back.
Is there a reason people are not taking their happy pills in your district?
Maybe they don't have to get another without them?
Do they understand that being unhappy is treason?
Yes.
Okay. Would you have anything that you think I should know about that maybe others have not informed me?
Nope.
Okay, thank you. And the door opens and you come in. Says we use intelligence in these ones. Let's do a charisma check
Okay.
for you. Die 20 under your charisma.
6 out of 2.
2?
Huh?
No. You step out. And as you come out, your PDA is ringing, like because it was blocking the signal while you were in the booth. So when you stepped out, it started ringing.
Right.
First of all, if you just answer it, everyone will hear it. If you don't want so, you say at this point before I continue on, mute. You mute?
Yes.
Okay.
Jeez.
Something says, hello.
Uh-huh.
Do you respond? Well, because you're just putting it down. You're just ignoring it? Or do you want to respond?
Hurry! Oh, that's cute.
Get that one.
Here.
Dog stuff for me.
I hadn't seen that one before, so.
Is that a hat? Okay, I was just wondering.
I hadn't seen that before.
One I'm gonna wear this winter. What?
When you start walking around like Roger Trump with the hands.
No, actually the hands. Hey! No!
What you do?
Chewing in your hand?
Yes!
Oh, mommy finally went down here.
No, she was like,
Hello, girl. Mommy has furry hands.
she probably thinks it's a stuffed animal. Whatever stuffy.
It's gonna be hers now.
No, it's not. I'm putting it right back in the fucking bag when I'm done. Yes. Smells good. So I'll be nice and toasty.
Ears.
You know what this means, right?
Huh.
When Alex wraps his arms around her, run up behind her and grab her ears and go,
We're gonna go to you next, going into interrogation.
So I should take this off.
Well, you can do it with that.
No, actually it's getting sweaty.
And if that would be a reason to stop if you wanted.
Lana does not get it!
Do you just decide to quit talking to her?
I'm thinking.
Okay. Well, then we'll go on to the next thing, which is you interrogating someone. It's been a busy day. First of all, we're going to do a roll for you to check on your interrogation skills. We're going to see how many successful interrogations you've had so far. You get one for every 2 points you're under the number.
3 or 4.
3 out of 4? That's what you rolled? So you got 1. You've had 1 so far. No, he's already succeeded on 1. Now you're doing a new one. First of all, I need yes, roll a die. Roll a die 10. We're going to see who you're interrogating.
9. Did you think my hat was a toy? No, it's not one of your babies. It's just Mama's hat.
You walk into a room, and there is a child. Roll up. I'll roll. Let me have some fun. 9-year-old. He was arrested.
For
He was arrested for gambling, probably, but possibly also pickpocketing.
no, no. She hasn't tried. No, no. She said no.
And the conversation ends. So.
Yep. Okay.
Yes, it's a child who has a possible charge. She was grabbed by internal security. Was found at a site where children were skipping and gambling. Just having and laughing. But then they found out they were gambling. So he was arrested. But once found...
He or she?
He.
Okay, because you alternated there for a moment.
Okay. Went ahead and was found with a, like, someone's mail that wasn't theirs. Folded up into their pocket. And he, of course, is saying nothing. One thing you know about minors is they're not asked or informed of the issues of secret societies till they hit around 13. The computer puts a point there where it's not really, they're underneath there, and that was during the last big changeover of like how things are done. Basically, when they introduced type programmers, they used to only be the computer running everything. But people got kind of annoyed by that, not having a say in how things were done. So the programmers were created. Now, then we're also going to have to go to the other thing. I forgot about that. So, what do you want to do? How do you go about getting him to possibly admit to his guilt or tell you of someone that has done worse? Basically, if you can successfully get to the point of finishing the interrogation, getting some information or whatever, or he admits his guilt, you will lose the treason point, if you have any.
I'm going to tell him about someone who did so much worse. And ask him why he did it.
Go with con games. Oh, you probably have a story like that.
1 of 4.
1 of 4. Well, I just think that I was proving the watch I found.
My finger games.
Or no, what was it? No watch. Mail. The mail I found on the ground.
Why didn't you return to the person that it belongs to?
Well, I was busy just playing marbles.
Gambler.
Well, I didn't know you guys called that gambling.
Was there exchange of currency?
Well, winner got to keep all the marbles.
Typical child game.
But the guy who grabbed me said that someone had to pay for the marbles, so it counts as money.
He's true. Or he's correct.
And I'm going to let you at this point check for interrogation.
3 or 4.
Well, he says what happened to that person who did worse. He's starting to get a little stressed.
He's in a place you don't want to go.
So, what would I need to do to make, I guess, internal security happy?
Confess that you're guilty. That what you're accused of is true.
But I was, like you said, it was just a children's game.
But it's also considered gambling. Because as the officer that grabbed you said, somebody had to have paid for it.
So, at this point, and he's teetering, what would you want to use to, like, let's just say example, intimidation, you just bully him into it. A con game, you try to just directly trick him into saying what he's supposed to say. Or straight up interrogation some more, which means you're basically doing those type of things. What? Go ahead and do it then.
4 or 4.
4 out of 4 for con games?
Yep. Hi, Gators.
Well, he will admit, yes, he was doing it. But in the final bit there, he admitted he sells the excess marbles.
That just makes it worse.
And he's not the one that put the metal in the middle of his marble.
So you're also cheating.
I just won that from someone one time, and I thought it was pretty. Go with the perception. It's like I said, I'm trying to hit all these new skills once today.
1 of 3.
Hey! You see, he's definitely like fumbling around in his pockets now.
Empty out your pockets.
I already did that when when the officer busted me.
Then what are you fumbling around with?
Just I'm nervous.
Put your hands on the table.
Okay, put it down.
What were you fumbling around with?
Some of my favorite marbles.
Put them on the table.
You better hope he wasn't talking more metaphor.
Put them on the table.
Takes them out, puts them on the thing. They roll around a bit, and then they go snap together. He's got magnetic metal in there. So, yeah, you throw it, and he basically just, anywhere he gets near, because he shoots way out of the ring, or near the edge of the ring, and the ball goes rolling back to one of his other marbles, every marble he hits on the way, he gets. So, yeah, he was cheating. And he admits it to you. You can lose a point of treason. Because the more you tell the computer about people that need to be arrested and punished, he won't be as much punished as, first of all, he'll be told not to play marbles anymore. They come in and take the marbles for us. Because, you know, it's just not fair. It makes people unhappy when they lose.
That could have cost you your life, kid.
Let's do a charisma check for you.
Four.
Okay. I don't know how I put it on this, but I guess it's right on the back of your sheet. Child contact. It's a kid on the streets you can contact. After they let him go and everything, they find they have a problem about an hour later coming back to you. You did fine. But when we sent people to speak with his parents, they don't exist. We can't find records of him. So somewhere, there's a non-computer-born child wandering around, or someone erased his records. But why erase the records of a child? They're very rarely given greater punishments. A lot of times their punishment go to their parents, but we can't find his parents being arrested, even. And his DNA code is not tagged. We think he's a natural born. Which we didn't know people were being that barbaric out there. Okay.
You do their thing.
Yes. Because I forgot to do with you, and we'll do it when you get back. Wade. I'm trying to remember your name for a while. You're in the situation room, waiting for your turn, and finding the booth opened. She steps out, and they request you to go in. Okay. Peter asks you, the production in your district is down, and I'm trying to find out why. This is not any way a review upon you or your team, just upon your views living in the district.
Mm-hmm.
What have you noticed?
Right now there are riots.
What are they rioting over?
They are writing about the food that we make being alive and wanting it set free.
Well, that is false.
I know.
Well, what would we do, or would you say we should do, to rectify the situation?
Well, the problem is the protesters, even if they have clones and they are recloned, they will still have this same thought process. The only reason that they have this thought process is because they have found DNA in the food, so they believe it is real. I think if we could make a fresh batch without need for reused food, that might make them believe that it is not alive and might go back to their everyday life.
So you're requesting maybe the food needs to be changed in your
Yes.
district.
Yes.
Well, it's hard to find a quality chef to design a meal that a lot of people will enjoy. But we'll take this, I will take this under consideration.
Well, we are currently on the lookout for one chef, apparently.
Why?
Apparently he
I
would...
should ask which one.
Oh God, what was his name?
Rimbald B.
Rimbald B.
Yes, he's committed a crime, and internal security is looking for him.
We were also put on that task to go and look for him as well.
Okay.
We are trying to find him. We actually ended up dealing with a terrorist organization that apparently wanted one of his recipes.
Okay.
So somehow he's mixed up in all that with the protesters. Somehow. We don't know how. Hopefully he can give us the answers if we can find him.
Let's see. And why is he so difficult to locate?
For me, my theory is that he's somewhere where the computer cannot find him.
Well, more indirectly, I wasn't looking for him.
What I mean to say is there are some places that even with high-level programmer access, if you cannot find him, they cannot find him in your systems. There are some blind spots that possibly exist, sewers, things like that. Things where there are no cameras, places that have been shut down because they are no longer they are no longer needed, or to conserve energy.
Yes, there are places you can go. Towards the edges.
So it's a possibility that he isn't one of those areas. Possible.
But you are saying if you located him, he might be able to improve the food and destroy this falsity people have done.
There is a possibility, yes.
Well, then you should try to locate him. How do I put it? Well, there's something specific if you bring up will help you, but no one's brought it up. So,
I'm trying to think of what that specific thing will be. I mean, I have the chance to talk to the computer at this point.
would you need to improve the chances of your investigation?
What I would need would be full access to his files, but because it is also a much higher grade than my own level, I would really like to have somebody who is a higher grade level working with us, so this way we can understand a little bit more, possibly where he might, and this might help us understand where he might go.
Well, you do have Anton B or Benji B.
But I don't know how high of a level clearance his file is.
His would be B.
Blue.
Yes. That's where the B comes
Then I will ask one of them to possibly help. Let them know that you are backing me on this to be able to find this man.
Anton B would be more qualified.
Yes. I will ask him.
Okay. Now, I guess that's because you already answered that. What did you need? So, the door opens and you're let out. But I need from you a roll on your body.
8 of 9.
8 of 9. Good. It's fine with your readings. You trust him. Trust you. Next will be Nick. Is asked into the little box. We've had a problem with productivity. There's a little spiel that you and your team are not being judged, but what have you seen that is for this problem? We'll add also at this point, because it's not a system error, so it has to be software, which it calls people. Yeah. Or wetware, the term.
Yeah.
It's the wetware that which is the problem.
Yeah.
And what is going on in your district that is not accounted for by the system. Why is there a problem? The system should work perfect.
You might need some adjustments onto it.
The system?
Yeah.
The system is perfect.
Well,
The problem is with the wetware.
like I said, it might be some.
What goes on in your area? I mean, what are you experiencing as a person who lives in this district? What is a problem that is like bugging up the works?
That I don't know. Remember, one of them blew up last time because nobody was not doing the maintenance correctly. I think all the systems need to be checked out.
Andrea
Yeah.
was running. Andrea I was running a VAT, and she's been arrested. She was attempting not to do her job.
Right. I think we should need to get all systems checked out and everything all checked out all the way through. Make sure all systems are running good.
Do you have an opinion upon the things living in the food theory?
I don't think there's anything alive in there myself. I don't see anything that would be alive in there. That's what I can see.
Yes, I agree. It is a falsity. But how do we convince people before it becomes a meme of society?
It's not made by anything other than chemical and off of anything that's alive.
What would you label clones as?
Well, it's true.
But we do happen to know there's nothing living in it.
Yes, there's nothing really live in there, so
How do we convince people in your district before it spreads to other districts?
we could show them on how it's done.
Okay. So you're saying a video
Yes.
on how the meals are prepared may help convince the idea.
Yeah. I can see that there's nothing alive there.
Give yourself 50 perversity points. The computer likes that.
Where at?
Perversity, it's on the second page. The forbidden page. Don't look! He's over there filming you with his camera. Perversity at 50. It can be used to buy off treason. It can be used to buy things that you shouldn't be able to find because you have links in the darker market here and there. Like trying to find something above grid range, like armor.
Yeah.
If you had armor above red, these guys couldn't shoot you. You just have to wear red over the top of it. A lot of people in the working industry wear overalls that are color-coded to their job.
Yeah.
You know, there used to be societies that would have to have tattoos on their job because the rich people didn't want to have to ask questions. Accidentally talk to a fisherman. Okay.
They were either tattooed or branded.
So, I then have questioned you all. We're going to be going to the new park. As you guys, well, first we'll have to do her questioning. But other than that, she might be in the booth when you guys are all informed that you guys need to locate Rimbald B. That's because Mikey's feeling left out. Okay.
Hold a second.
Wait on it. Why do you keep rubbing back and forth my legs?
Because she likes you.
No. It's a dog. Got it down.
So, starting, you guys have been called by the computer after your meeting and given a mission. The computer wants you to locate Grimbaugh B to get his services to improve this district's meal. And that preparation will be filmed and shown to the people. So you have to get them also to agree to do it publicly. And the computer will reward him for his services on the decision of the quality of the meal as to be determined by the munch. The computer system that's supposed to eat the food.
Yeah.
And we would like to do this by tomorrow morning when the new breakfast rolls out. The new breakfast cycle. So, you are being given pro tempta power to question every blue you run into out on the streets during patrol. While you are finishing up your little meeting in the booth. So, Vex. Who I enjoy talking to for at least 2 reasons. One, your internal security viewpoint, as well as
I'm a complete little bitch.
you're serving as my hands and eyes where I cannot be seen. The question is, who?
Did you go grab my big like this? Bottom part should be on the table too. Got better at it. No idea.
Yeah, it was this one, yeah.
So, production is down in your district, and this is in no way a judgment upon you or your team, but as a member of this district. What have you noticed upon the wetware or human situation is the reason for this? What is the flaw in you guys? Not you guys, but the humans. The mathematics shows the system should work in this area. There should be a production rate, but it's gone down. Something is distracting or a problem?
I know there was humans.
Well, that's what a lot of you clones we should be called. You're just a reproduction of what was there. But except for the inability to breed, you are human. but you sterilize before release. For your sake. Now, there are some children, but they're produced to create a family unit where a family unit would have naturally developed.
Well,
They tend to be clones of the parents themselves.
how about give them some sort of family activities to do together as a community?
Should this be enforced?
Why does it have to be enforced?
Well, that's why I'm asking. Does everyone need to take part? Would
Should be optional.
Should be optional. How would possibly the new morning cycle assist in this? Should we let's see, additional pills? Maybe more calisthenics? Or should we reward them with less? Well, we do wish them to reach a certain calorie intake, and otherwise we produce an excess of food in an area. If we make candy bars, people need to eat this kind of candy bars, basically. I've heard a complaint recently from source redacted that there's been a problem with the food flow in your area. People seem dissatisfied by a falsity. What do you know of this?
Rainbow B is gone.
Rimbal B. How does he relate to this issue? We've heard he's a chef.
He was the one doing it for Health Complex.
Bill sat down.
I know.
Records show he, till recently, where a criminal situation occurred and some internal security were executed, he was a chef for Travis Yu.
He was also helping Health Complex.
Name Redacted also brought up that this person could improve the food situation.
Yeah, he could.
Okay? And in finishing, how it has been decided to send you guys to find Rimbal B with a blanket freedom to question every blue you encounter by demand about the conflict. What would you need to best complete this mission?
Security clearance.
Security clearances in...
For the weapons, just in case we need to.
Oh. You're requesting a higher level of weapon?
Well, we're red.
Oh. I see. You would say you would be needing a blue level weapon.
Just in case we get ambushed or attacked.
Okay. Make a charisma check.
4-4.
Okay. It's kind of going through it. It's kind of pulsing on your arm a little bit, that little sleeve you put your arm in. You know. Finally it says, request approved. And will be supplied. And a card comes out of the computer. A little section you didn't know things came out of sometimes. Like a credit card reader, but it was a crack along the whole thing. This card comes out, and it states on it basically that it's credit for 4 blue pistols with a total amount of charge of 20 apiece. So, you step out, hand it, or what do? You hand it to one of the 2 blues there?
Yep.
Okay. Oh. So it's like Christmas for everyone around here. Also, do you know it states that this is to be handed out to the troubleshooter team, right? We will have to withhold one of them because one of them didn't show up because he has other business going on for the complex. He asked for Pratt. He's not here, so one will be held for him. So they go, and whatever your red gun is, count now a new one that's a blue one that does the same thing with 20 shots. Same damage. Only difference is it works on blue armor.
So blue laser.
Yes. It'll work on that and everything below it. Roy, G, so it's red, orange, yellow, green, and blue. It will not work on an indigo or a violet, or, oh, a couple other things happen. First of all, you all get on your PDAs an upload that states Alpha Complex, which is you list your name, same on everyone's list their name, to interrogate or assure identity of every blue you find with no repercussions. You also have another one. First of all, you, as in Riptide.
What?
Ripcord? No.
Riptide?
Rip. Wade and Nick. You all got some kind of certificates delivered. Apparently you completed some kind of training mission. So, they're handed out.
Okay.
Take 5 perversity points apiece, all of you. No, not you. All that. Okay. Then when you're done, I want all of you to make a perception check.
Me too.
All of them. You tie into the next step and everyone else. You also got permission, unexpectedly due to some people's statements, to question high programmers in this district and any other linked to this problem.
Bill, on your secret sheet is where the perversity points are.
Yeah, see, sorry.
Yeah, I scratched down here.
Okay. So, let's see, other final moments. Hey, Rip,
Huh?
you remember a certain phone call you got?
Yep.
It came from your phone number. Yeah.
My phone number?
Yes.
The call came from my own phone number.
Yes.
Okay.
You called yourself, huh?
I guess so. Weird.
Yes. Very weird. Also, though, just to remember, to maybe help out this investigation, you have the address that the other 2 had been staying at before this all began. They had to put it down on the paperwork.
Okay.
Check that.
Refried beans and rice.
Are you over there making noise?
No, what I had for lunch today.
Okay. Soon, also though, just for you to remember on your stuff, because this happens when we miss a week. you need to still get available stuff for
This.
that recipe from you know who.
Don't remember, that was,
Well, you got something for about.
I figured.
Yep.
That's what I said.
By the way, Bill, you're doing the comfortable stare thing again.
Ready?
No one heard that.
Is that a D or an E?
That's a right there. Okay.
Hi,
It
Gators.
was questionable.
Hi, baby. Hi. My nightly cuddle bug.
Now you came through fine with your interrogations.
Oh my God,
What am I missing? Oh, there.
Get up.
I get pushed off the bed.
Now,
Bye.
Bex,
Yes.
you finished your investigations and you were going to go out anyways before you got called in. But shortly after you leave, you get a phone call. Although you're still on troubleshooter time, so you can ignore it maybe. But there's a back free rights protest nearby your area.
Are you trying to think I'm protecting
Can you check on it?
Yes.
Okay. You go on down there.
Hey, chewing on that.
What is she chewing on?
A box right here of her.
Of her treats.
Get breaker 1.5.
Go ahead and reach in there. She takes the whole thing. For me. She's like, no, I'm just going to drop it.
And she knows about the cookies being handed to me by mom.
Yep.
Which I need to pick her up some more on Friday.
Gotta keep the kids and cookies. So you go check that out?
Yep, excuse me.
You're excused.
You get there. We'll assume your vehicle can carry everyone. You just
Well, yes, the
you have to call someone to come pick up if you arrested someone.
It's an internal security.
Police cruiser,
Yeah.
basically. It glides like a sand glider on the path because it doesn't want to wear it on the roads. That's wear and tear that's unnecessary. So they got rid of rubber tires. Otherwise, it's the same. It doesn't fly though. You can't like take off and go anywhere. You just have to stick to the roads. That's how you get your power too, through the road's rails. Basically, it's an under the concrete, like they used, like I think Denmark has an area. That
Oh yeah.
they
yeah.
have the electrified roads.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what they have.
Like they're
So,
trying to do in the States.
yes, I would like to. It'd be nice. Wouldn't have to worry about Russia's oil, huh? So, you get there. Go ahead and start everyone with a perception check.
1 to 3.
Okay? Underneath stealth, very bottom.
There.
3 of 5.
You have to roll under 2.
4 out of 6.
Right here.
Okay?
Nope.
Okay. You're still wondering about those weird guys that
She's
use your
flipping through
studio.
PDC.
She's wondering who the fuck called me.
Shoot. How the fuck did I call myself?
You have a split brother? Or one of your other
Hey.
copies going after you?
The phone call
Gary.
had a video
Do you
file.
have your phone on you?
Do you look at it?
Yeah.
Okay?
No.
Make an intelligence check, and then I'll deal with everyone else's perception. This is what she's been doing, looking at her damn PDA.
Intelligence is there.
Intelligence under under software. Bottom. INT. Stop it! Stop it! Should I spray it with a sour
It's
taste?
underneath the software? Or hardware?
Under software.
Is it perception?
Intelligence.
Okay. Right, INT.
Oh, she didn't get it?
Actually,
No.
That's alright. That's why I'm kind of running. I'm going to make sure everyone has them.
Okay.
And I'm using them a little bit to give you guys a chance to get used to them.
Okay. You got an 8. Alright.
I just put INT.
Yep. As long as you remember, it's like in the D&D or Total Control games.
3 of
you want
8?
me to
What?
know.
3 of 8?
3 of 8? Well,
You want me? No, you wouldn't want it.
it looks like the call,
Oh.
the video file is hacked. Like someone
Someone hacked it.
distracted the image on purpose.
Lana, get something to drink, girl.
Go get something instead of eating cardboard. She'll do it. She's not stupid.
My hacking will. Whoa.
Did you want to try to unhack it?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Dehackify.
You hackify the hacking.
And Guido's wanting her tuna, and it's 9 o'clock.
13 of 12.
13 of 12?
Did not make it.
No. You come close, but it's a little dark. Silhouette seems to kind of match what you could get from the voice, but the voice was also a little like the story.
Done.
It looks like she wants her food. Yeah, we'll take a... Before you guys... Well, actually, I have a point when we get to it, and then we'll do that.
She is like, if looks could kill, I would be dead right now.
Well, yes, because she knows... Well, no, someone else probably got told on by Lana.
But yeah, I'm getting the air straight.
Guido! Is she coming?
Food! Waiting! Here she comes.
I can do that quickly. So you get there to the spot.
Yep.
Roll die 20 for me.
Me?
Yes.
3.
3. Okay. There are 3 people holding signs.
So I'm gonna use my charisma
Okay.
and try to dispatch them.
Convince them to go away.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Try to disband it. 2 of 4.
2 of 4. Okay. Well, there's only the 3 of them, and there's 4 of you guys. And you guys have big weapons. Come on, Guido. Listen to that.
Not to mention I'm in my uniform.
Yeah. So, they are dispersed.
Because I've been working, so I have the internal security.
It seems that they were concerned on what do you feed them. The things living in the food.
There's nothing living in the food.
Well, if we had food that they eat, we could, like, draw them out. Let us know the recipe.
I don't know the recipe.
Well, no, I know you don't. But, okay, we'll go through regular try. And they, since there's only 3, they kind of do, like I said. They don't want to lose a clone over it.
Stop chewing on that.
So, interesting thing though, everyone that made the perception check, you 3, notice something. One of those 3 is a blue.
I stop them.
Stop him right away.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't have a piece of paper to write your name down.
Oh, I can write it down also.
Everybody for paper for her.
Okay.
Yeah, either way. This I gave because it's only got a few sheets left, but Roll, first of all, a die 10. We gotta identify him.
10. What was that at 4 customer?
I was actually at a fair.
That's right, we missed the fair this year. But of course, first year doing it again, it was packed. They were over capacity.
Okay. Standing there, and he's starting to walk over towards the wall. After you kind of told him all to disperse, you tell him to stop.
Yep.
Can I get my drum?
Nope, you're going to talk to me right now.
Who are you to question me?
Internal security.
Well, you seem to, make a charisma roll. See if he questions your range difference. You being red, him being blue.
1 of 4.
It's like, okay, I have nothing to know what we're looking for. But if someone steals my drum, I am going to be upset.
Hey,
Can
Nick.
one of you guys go stand by my drum?
Can you go check out his drum?
All right.
So what will you need? No.
Name, rank, sector.
I am Johnny.
Johnnny.
Yep. The 06.
Johnny B. 06.
Yes.
06 is your sector?
No, that is my number.
So you're the last clone of.
Yeah.
What's your sector?
My sector's this one. Here in LGB. Yes. I used to work for armed forces, but after the first 5, I just retired. I now just am a street artist. I assure people are happy by playing my drum. My rank is because I earned it up in a while.
Well, if you have any questions about why I stopped you guys today, you can go ahead and take my name down and let them know that.
Oh, and I should have. When? Oh, no, that's something else. Okay. No, you're good. You were saying? I was just double checking, make sure I didn't like screw the camera.
You could head on over to internal security if you have any questions. You can let them
Okay.
know one of the officers stopped you.
Can I ask why personally? What were you looking for?
A missing individual.
Oh, so it's missing person search.
Yes.
Understandable. Yeah, I know I've kind of fallen off the system, but I'm kind of hoping to gain the 20,000 through my performing and make people happy that I can pay for. Well, I kind of wasted. I got involved in a bad Ponzi scheme, and I lost everything for the end there. Then I had a bad action in my military career. Well, most of my group died, so they let me go.
Guess you could help with another thing.
What can I help with?
I'll need your pad of paper, Devin.
Huh? My pad of paper?
The morning routine and everything.
Oh. You're saying add music to the morning career or morning?
No, I'm going to ask him.
Okay.
So, you know about the morning.
Oh, the upcoming morning routine change.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you have any ideas on how we can make it better?
I personally found the tones the computer uses for the alarm to be a little more jarring than necessary.
So, like a.
Why couldn't we be gradually woken up over a minute or two instead of the screaming flat clang clang, or maybe even a softer alarm sound. You know, sometimes you almost crap your pants in the morning, listen to that clang clang sound. And then whistles. No, whistles. You know, military uses a lot of whistles, so I don't need to be referring back to that in my life.
Alright, what about the our overall sort of productivity? How could we improve that? Like, raise that up. I mean, I know you're a street artist, so
go ahead and do a I'm trying to actually find one of the other ones to use, but use con game. Well, con game.
let's go for
Okay. Says about that. He said, "Are you guys for me because I'm blue?
no.
So you're not looking for that missing chef?"
Well, that's who we're looking for. But I also wanted to ask you a couple questions because I saw you protesting and.
Well, I thought it would be neat to have a pet.
What do you mean?
Well, we one time had this problem in the military where we had some scrub bots go crazy. And they started them like we were able to keep for a while as pets. So the battery wore out. And I was hoping, you know, I kind of missed now that I got out of the military. I kind of live alone mostly. I thought it'd pet me night. I want to know what they ate. I got a green mass involved in my refrigerator that I think if I feed it, it'll come out. I mean, when I play my drum, it shakes. My caretaker says I need to clean it, but if cleaning it kills it, I don't want to do that. And what can I say to improve this place? Get them high programmers to quit playing their games back and forth. They're the people in charge, and they're too busy trying to one-up each other. Doesn't that kind of gum up the rest of the works? I think this whole breakfast crap is just simply because he's trying to overcompensate for the fact he lost his chef. And he's now paranoid about the food anyways. Only stuff he ever trusted was the stuff this guy made. Besides, that was pretty good. I'll share a story about one time someone ate at his house and died. I'm not sure if that was related. It was an old guy. It was an old clone. So, can I go back to performing?
Yep, have a good day.
Okay. He goes over, grabs the drum, gives it a couple thumps, and it shakes so much. It's like hitting one of those 5 or 50-gallon drums. So it's like you feel you move a little bit when it. So it's no surprise if there's something jiggling in his refrigerator when he's playing that drum.
It's not alive.
And talking to it.
Let's go on break.
Okay. Yes. Break time. You guys can stare at the picture. My cat dog wants out. Oh, my buddy doesn't want to move.
Wait a second. There's a chair underneath.
I think she's in the studio.
Is she in the studio?
Damn studio. Hey, Guidi, come outside, come on. Come on. Have you eaten dinner? Yeah. Yeah, we had mac and cheese and hot dog.
some treats? Meow, meow. Give me treats, Dad. Or are you talking to your women?
Excuse me.
Get going.
It's empty anyway.
Good, that's gonna be 2 weeks. Ow.
The animals have been walked.
Can I have
A bull?
one of my little brown?
Too bad.
Okay.
There wasn't one there.
Thank you.
Close as I had. So, let's start with
So what's on your work?
do a perception check for our next blue person. Underneath,
I was looking for
software. Or no, stealth.
I got 5 out of 6.
Ooh, you got it. How about anyone else?
2 of 5.
Okay.
Sorry.
Under perception.
Did not make it.
Underneath stealth.
No.
Okay, so only you. And did
I
you?
got 7 out of
2 of
4.
5.
2, 5. So you two. Notice the next one. What was your numbers? How much under?
I got a 5 out of the 6.
So 1 point under.
2 out of 5.
Okay. So let's re-roll the dice hand.
And Alex said, okay.
1.
No! No, baby. No. Go lay down.
You guys
Go lay
are
down.
wandering along.
Don't get hurt over there. You'll lay down.
Hey, Lana. No.
Put it out.
Lay down. Stay. Lana.
Let's see where she was chewing her box.
Go down. No.
Let's see what
Sit down. I know your mom's over there.
To put her bones in.
She doesn't want you to come bug her. Sit down. No. Sit down. Good girl.
I'm eating.
Stay. Mom's eating. I was able to chew down the cookie. Means I can start eating those.
Lana, go!
My doctor wanted me to eat those. So, where do you guys end up being at the time that you finally locate another one? Not like cats, they're not everywhere. Are there cats? I don't think there are. You would have ate them. Maybe you buy a clone pet though. You have the money. Or maybe even like robotic ones, less care. They look like Furbies. But they walk around too. That's horrifying. Then he follows you into the bathroom making noise and you kick it open the door like the dog that ate the door closed. Ah, will a blue gun kill you? You come upon an area where the canal, artificial river basically, is going through where there used to actually be a river. And there's a bridge. As you guys are passing over to another area, you notice there's a couple people, one green, one blue, sitting or standing over towards the edge of the bridge. about 100 or so yards away. You can see the back of them as they're like looking over the bridge. How do you wish to approach them? You two, or everyone, but or do you inform everyone else? Hey, there's one.
Yeah, I'll let everybody know.
Okay.
I stopped the car.
Okay. Roll under a 7. This is like a random check to see how bad traffic is. 1. Okay. Looks like it's pretty slow right now, so you can actually get across the street to the side he's on. They're on the opposite side. So, do you block traffic, or you find a place to turn off, or how do you deal with it? Or do you let some people out and you can take the exit and come back?
Yep. Need his name,
Who's getting out? These two?
name, sector.
Want to know who he is. So, just you two?
Mm-hmm.
Jump across. Do an agility check, not to like trip or anything on the way there. Thunder Violence top stat. It's actually one of the originals.
9 of 10.
Okay? Up. There.
Nope, didn't make it.
Okay. You're having problems getting over the divider.
That's the hell in my
You
back.
jumped on over. You can cross the street quickly. Get over to him.
Yep.
You'll be there a little later. Try again. If you don't make it this time, you'll take injury.
Okay, I got 6 out of 9.
Okay, you make it finally. A little scuffed up. You get over there.
Fell on mine.
There's a green, they're kind of younger clones. There's a green one and a blue one standing facing out over the bridge, off the bridge into the river. And now make a perception check for me.
Perception.
It's underneath stuff.
There.
1 of 5.
Got a 6 on a 6.
Okay? You notice they're both holding large rocks. And they're tied to the rocks.
I say, hold it.
Make a charisma roll.
All those? For
1 of 6.
got 7 out of 9, 8.
Okay. 1 of 9 and 7 of 8. They stop for a bit. Kind of turn around, look at you guys. Both look at you and go, excuse me? Like, why are you talking to us? Looking at your red status. You okay?
Uh-huh.
I need to talk to the blue.
Yeah, typical. What do you want?
I have authorization from the computer to actually pretty much ask any blue anything I want at this point.
So you just here to ask questions?
Pretty much. I need your name and I need your sector.
So, and then once you have all this information, what are you going to do?
Well, we're trying to run down a couple blue. We're trying to find somebody.
Who's this somebody?
Chef. Missing chef.
Understand. Was he yours?
No, he's somebody that might be able to help us with our mission.
Well, they both look at each other, they turn around and put the rocks down for a little bit. Okay. He's like, come forward. Says, what would you say to the extent of the rope from the rock? Goes over to you and says, okay, what's your question?
What's your name and what sector are you from?
I don't like to say my name.
Why not?
It's not the best.
Pretty sure it can't be that bad.
Oh, it's bugged me for a long time. I think there was a mistake. But you know, maybe not. Computer doesn't make mistakes. But fine. I'm Sally B.
Okay. What sector are you from?
LGB?
Well, slap my ass, call me Sally.
That was weak for me.
Number of clone you're on?
That was weak for that one.
Oh, 3.
No offense, but if you do what I think you're gonna do, you're just gonna come back as another clone, right?
Boy, maybe.
Because troubleshooters and high programmers usually have 6 on hand. If you're only on 3,
Well, it'll take a while. But I've screwed up this one.
how'd you screw up this one? I might ask.
I don't see where answering your questions will improve my situation.
Well,
For me or my friend.
we are troubleshooters. Maybe anything you tell us we can help you with, and if you know anything, it'd help us.
I was tricked into doing something that ended up causing death to internal security officers. So far no one's come and got me for it, but the guilt of it is driving me crazy. Maybe the redemption of a new body, a new clone, knowing I at least gave my life once to burn myself of it, will let me free. If I'm lucky, there could be a flaw in the memory, because actually, for those of us that aren't troubleshooters, sometimes has to wait a few months before a body recreates. They don't have backups ready. They found a problem if you have backups ready. Sometimes some of them become active when they shouldn't. You ever heard of obscene phone calls?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, one of the clones from your own line calls and tries to see if you're dead yet so he can go out.
That's what happened to you.
Player to player, not character to character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when she finally, if she asks someone to hack the final bit of the image, she'll find she's talking to herself.
Big mystery. So,
And why is it doing that?
yeah.
It shouldn't be unconscious.
Well, if you
Gotta
were
check with
tricked,
clone services to see if there's a problem.
well, if you were tricked into it, I mean, if nobody's come for you yet about it, that means they must know that you were tricked.
I did it because I didn't want someone else being hurt. Looks over at the green guy.
You got anything you can add to this with him?
Well,
You're standing there, my man.
okay, what he's talking about, I shouldn't have actually do a roll for charisma again, or intimidation or interrogation, whichever you have higher and whichever version you want.
Yes, yeah.
Con games, either one of you. How would you, or you guys can split up and talk to whoever you're talking to.
1 of 6. My charisma's higher.
Okay. How about you?
Charisma.
Okay, roll. And then
2.
you start pulling up as you went around the bridge and came back to the other side of the current.
I'll talk to the green.
Okay. And you made your roll?
Yeah.
You made yours.
Yep.
Okay. Who wants to go first?
I got 1 of 6, so.
Okay. You're talking to, okay. You're talking to the blue guy. What you want to ask him?
What was that chef's name?
Rimbold B.
What can you tell me about Rimbold B?
They look at each other. We thought we were helping him.
How so?
This is when the internal security shows up, pulls up behind, and they're like, "Oh shit."
This internal security is with us. I'm team lead for this group.
Why do you have blue guns?
They were issued upon request of one of our teammates just to be on the safe side in case things got a little more hostile, in case we needed to.
So you are hunting blues.
No, we're going around asking all the blues questions about this person to see if there's anything that they know that could end up leading it to him. This is in case we find him and things go a little bit hostile.
It was because John, who is his friend, the green, John, just Jon, G, this one was 3, that one was actually, oddly enough, 7. He paid for the upgrade. You clean the system, started fresh, but you don't start over at 1 again. You continue on, but he's on his second pack. Because, well, John, my friend, my dear friend, he was trying to get promoted to blue.
John was.
Yes. By doing a favor or a job for a high programmer.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't have gotten into the party, but I could. So I delivered a package to someone at the party because we thought, we were informed he was in danger. And then he turned around and shot some internal security people and disappeared. And it's going to come down on us sooner or later. But if you tend to clean your slate when you're reborn. You just admit it, your crimes, and you get a clear statement on the next one. So we've admitted our sins. I think we need to do what needs to be done. Unless you have further questions.
Anybody got anything to ask at the moment?
Oh, we have Ringo. What do you want to ask?
Ask him, what did he do?
Well, I gave him the box to deliver. So I couldn't get into the party.
And what was in the box?
I prefer not to say. Interrogation check, or however you want to do it.
Go for it.
Or he's resisting you. This is the secret of the secrets about it all.
So, Interrogation is where? Violence?
Nope, management.
That's just how you do it.
Killer.
Violence. Tell me! Batman Dark Knight style!
Got a 2 out of an 8.
Okay. You get him to admit that the wrapped package was a gun.
What was the gun for?
What level would be more better question?
It was a slug thrower.
Oh shit.
No armor.
Nothing can withstand it.
Yeah. Well, it can, some can, but not the average armor. Yeah. Not what most people buy a refraction armor, not deflection armor. Yeah, we delivered the gun during the party, or he did. He came back and told me. And the next thing we found out, it wasn't, well, he's wanted for shooting the internal security people, and then he's missing.
Next question I would ask is, this is going to give us some more, this is going to be able to possibly help track him down now. I'd be asking him, was the package hand delivered from him, or was it sent somewhere to be to him to be delivered?
Sally gave the package to Rimbo. I mean, to the guy. He did slip up and gave the name.
Okay, so here's my question then for you, real quick, Sally.
What?
Where did you have to pick up the package?
John gave it to me. I never opened it.
John,
I had no idea what was in it.
Where'd you have to pick it up?
It's possible if I tell you would be in danger.
You're gonna kill yourself anyways.
Tell us. But some people control the cloning system.
We're gonna find one way or another. You might as well just tell us.
Some of this we can actually keep redacted.
I'll just tell you it was a high programmer.
The high programmer gave you the package.
No, gave me the gun.
I'm gonna intimidate him.
Okay? Go slam up into him. Horseman gets around and drop his pants. You feel that?
1 of 4.
Okay? What do you want? A name?
Yes.
Welcome you. Now, all those people that got certificates, I had you guys roll, but I forgot to tell you, but since you don't know, make a perception check.
Make a perception check.
The 3 that got the certificates to.
3 and 5.
Okay.
6 is 6.
Good.
19 of 2.
You didn't know. The name on the bottom of the certificate for the job you completed, the training, is Welcome You. From WTF Industry.
What the fuck?
Yes.
Say, what the fuck?
Isn't he the one that's been wanting this chef for himself?
Mm-hmm. Apparently it was also behind the terrorist thing. They wanted to make him come forward to save the day because he's the only guy that can make the meal. Trying to draw him out.
Okay, I have something that would be so much fun to pull
But you
off.
also were given permission to request an interview with high programmers, if necessary, to find the answer, because the subject you're looking for worked directly for high programmers.
Oh crap! And here's the big problem: he's a high programmer, so we can't just walk in there and accuse this guy of doing all of orchestrating this whole thing.
Well, if you have evidence.
Yeah, but our evidence is going to commit suicide.
You want to get the information from him?
Well, are they?
They've got rocks tied to ropes around their necks. And it can take months for them to get new clones, and even then, some of the memory could be wiped.
So what do you need to do?
Start torturing him.
No, there's only one other thing I can think of.
You just go straight to violence.
I'll look them both dead in the face and say, if we can make it to where you guys are hidden, would you be willing to state that he's the one who orchestrated everything just to get, because apparently, according to him, he wanted this chef for his own. The other programmer said no, high programmer said no, and then this happens. Are you willing to state that, yeah, that he gave you the gun? Because I can almost guarantee you he's going to get in trouble. As long as we have this kind of evidence stacked against him.
Lou asked Sally, what if he really was in danger? And he just happened to shoot people on the way out?
The only thing I can think of is this was all orchestrated by him. If we can find him, then we can determine whether he was really in danger or not. But if at this point it's looking like the guy who gave you the gun orchestrated it just so he could get him for himself. Because from what I've been hearing, he's been wanting this chef for months.
Okay. Big question, I guess, comes down to, you guys gonna leave these guys here? Or you're gonna
No.
take them with you?
There's only one thing that I can... There's one thing I can...
We steal their rocks. Take them with us.
The only other thing that we could do at this point is...
Go to the trunk and drag their asses there.
Somebody get a hold of Internal Affairs, get a hold of security, and see if we can't keep this off the books, that we have them.
Okay, the point is, you need a con game success to convince them that this will work. Because you don't have anyone, you haven't talked to anyone, you don't know if this is going to actually work. But so it's kind of a con right now.
One of 8.
That's one of them. That's the blue out of the green. Or you not care.
Or my what?
Con games.
Where's that at?
Underneath management, third one.
It was like con and then games. It's the third one down.
There it is. 4 out of 8.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. They'll go and untie themselves from the rocks. They're not going to run for it.
You want to make the call?
Yep.
Call old Al and I.
Yep.
Okay. We're gonna make a roll die 20 under. Fucking 20.
11.
Apparently he's been waiting on that phone. Let's see if he was in his office to answer the phone call.
He's been practicing this. Hello? Hello?
It's
Hello.
so perfect sounding.
With the ring. Hello? Somebody on the other
Hello!
end.
What? Oh shit.
Right? That's about what it was for
Call me back, I'm practicing my lines. Slam. So what are you requesting? A safe house?
Yeah, safe house off the books. We need to keep these guys hidden.
Yes, we can put them in a cell for now.
Something to where that it's not on the books.
Well, that's the problem. Anything else? I mean, we won't list them as coming in through the doors, but a request for housing comes throughout the complex.
then yeah, we'll have to keep him in a cell for now.
Okay. They send a vehicle out. They pick him up. Alan goes back into the paddy wagon with them for a bit. Comes out. They look a little beat up. He violently interrogated.
I do inform him of that.
And he hands you a PDA number.
Okay.
This is someone that they know has a good idea where our subject is hidden.
I'll give it a call right now.
Okay. Go ahead and call that.
I call it.
Roll that thing.
Ten.
Well, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Afraid.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
I'm just gonna have to take notes. This is not my line. What do you need?
Rimwall beat, right?
Rimbold.
Rimbold. I'm looking for Rimbold beat.
Why? Who are you?
Somebody who could quite possibly clear him.
Of what?
All charges against him.
Hold on. There's some bumbling in the background. Guy comes back. He wants to know if you've gathered the items.
We gathered a few of the items. Some of them are a little bit harder to come by.
He says, well, two things. One, he's hiding because people are looking for him. Apparently people from the Purge and from Def Leppard want him dead. The next issue is if we have all this stuff and a vat available for him to do his recipe, he'll turn himself in.
We could clear him. Because we have an idea of why this all happened, but we need to have we need one confirmation, one thing to come from him as confirmation.
Okay, what would that be?
The party he was at, was his life in danger in any way, shape, or form? At the time of that party.
Shot the people on accident. He been talking to Remote the whole time. It was his phone number.
Had a feeling.
So I didn't intend to, but I was trying to get out of there. Travis had gone crazy. He thought I was trying to poison him with the B3 souffle. But, you know, I was making it for me. But he didn't see it that way, so I had to escape. And I happened to have had the gun at the time. I'm not sure when the internal security came from, but they were there. I don't know if Travis knew I was trying to leave, but
We think it might have been orchestrated. By a guy, Walkham.
Welcome. Well,
Quack. Because from what I've gathered so far, he's the one who had the gun delivered to you.
yes.
Did you request for him to deliver it to you?
Not directly. I did ask him to help me get out of my contract with Travis so I could go work with him. But that's only after I've made the B3 split.
What were your intentions with the B3 souffle?
To eat it, to taste it. I can't even say taste it, to experience it. I mean, it will take you right to the edge of the ability of human taste buds can experience. All of them going off at once.
Yet you see what it did to your program.
No, he never had it. I didn't ever give him any.
Then why is he trying to say that you poisoned
He's
him?
paranoid. He thinks I was making it for him. Yes, I was in his kitchen. Yes, I was using his vat. But, you know, it wasn't for him.
Is there a place where we can talk
I mean,
face to face?
he hired me because he's afraid of being poisoned. He's paranoid to begin with. He has the problem, he has a really sensitive stomach. He can eat nothing involving any spices. He's allergic to them all.
In other words, he has to have bland food.
Yes. And I'm the greatest fat chef in modern history. Yet, I cannot experience true flavor nirvana.
With him.
Well, he stopped me from he outlawed me doing it. There's actually a law in the books that says I'm not allowed to do it. Just me though, supposedly. So I sent out a couple copies of the recipe to some people, and they're supposed to gather the stuff.
Why is the Purge and the other group trying to kill you?
Oh, they want to just destroy. They want chaos. That's all. Maybe they'd start fighting it out. It would really screw with some of the programmer, and maybe the other one would go after him too. It's just pure chaos, I assume.
Is there any place we can meet?
Since you don't know where I'm at, no. But I need, just call me back when you have all the ingredients and a location for it.
Thing is some of your ingredients are a little bit harder to come by.
Yes. So is somewhat of my incredible quality.
Well, for Reds like us, we can't get a hold of it.
Well,
is there any place, anything you would suggest for us to be able to get any of the other ingredients?
I think either of the high programmers could get it.
Oh, God.
Just explain to them the situation. This is it. I will eat the B3 souffle. I may live, I may not. If I don't, and my next clone is capable of still doing anything and has my knowledge, I'll be free to work with whoever I want to work with. But whoever supplies this stuff is probably where I'll go.
I will call you back when I have more information, when I have more things, when I have something more to tell you.
Just remember, they won't give you anything unless they have something to gain in it. And if they do, they're just as manipulatable as anyone else.
Yeah.
Plus, a lot of them are a little crazy.
There's only one that I can think of that I can go talk to.
Actually, you have permission to speak to two. It came up in your investigation.
Yep.
Wacom and Travis. Wacom may have set it all up. Travis
Welcome's
is
the one.
paranoid as fuck.
Welcome's the first one.
He's the one that started this whole demand for the morning cycle thing. He's your high programmer.
I want to talk to him.
You want to talk to, Travis. You want to talk to Travis or Wacom?
Welcome.
Want to go to another district and talk to him.
He'd be the first one I'd want to talk to for one specific reason.
Okay. Well, we'll have you show up there. Are you all going? Yeah. Okay. You get to the beautiful palace of WTF district. It's actually the neighboring district. You guys have a lot of cross-sport rivalries like chess and, kickball. And that one football game you guys remember from the first day, which I think broke Dex's hand.
Yeah.
It's a very violent game. They have their cross-team town rivalry, so they've got a lot of things against each other. So he gets to the secretary.
Yep.
What do you need?
Hey, talk to the high programmer.
Really?
I have permission from Alpha Complex to be able to do so.
Show me.
I show her. Him or her.
It's her.
Show her.
She's his assistant to everything. Controls the doorway.
Then I show her.
What would this be pertaining to?
Missing chef.
We don't have it.
I know you don't.
Do you know where he is?
No. I knew where he was to be here. Whatever. I have something I need to ask him,
Okay.
and he may be able to help.
I'll inform him. You need to roll that 20 under this number I rolled.
What is yours?
Not telling you.
I can't see it, so.
What?
Okay? -1 of 7. -1 because the 7's got a little break in it. It's like a -1.
Hey,
Okay. He'll let you in. He actually finds it interesting. He meets you, comes over. He's rolling around floating around on a platform. Heavier set guy. Kind of like a Jabba the Hutt type guy. You can tell he enjoys food.
Why say you
Comes rolling over, or floating over. Oh, greetings. He reaches out over her tongue belly to your hand, shakes it.
Yeah.
Seems to be rather dainty. You don't think he's ever done any actual work. Just pudgy and soft, baby soft hands.
Is there a place we can talk privately?
Just me and you?
My crew will be there with us. They will. Anything that is said between us.
Oh, you're not flirting.
No.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Sure. Let's go into the front observatory. Throws his hand, over in that direction and points, and he starts floating along. The assistant reaches into the drawer, pulls out a gun, cocks it, puts it in her pocket. Follows.
Well, this is going to be fun.
She's also security.
What level?
Her? She's an indigo.
Yeah, she can fuck us up, no problem.
It did not look like a laser pistol.
Slip thrower.
Big, no, it's like some kind of plasma weapon.
Well, that makes it even better.
Yeah, she's carrying some heavy duty stuff. He, on the other hand, has nothing. He's like, it's silks, no metal like jewelry or anything. He's just. So you flow into a big room which has like this big old window over the city. The glass of the window is kind of a magnifying style, so it almost gives a fisheye view of the entire city, although it's like only 3/4 of a dome. But the fisheye effect helps get more.
Yeah.
And then, if you go and touch it, the window, like on-screen displays show up about the area you're pointing. And he's like, but if you did, he'll tell you stuff.
Yep. No, not gonna bother doing
You see
that.
some screens here and there already up when he was looking for stuff. Let's do a sneaking to see if you like catch a quick glimpse of what was up on the screen. But shortly after you arrive, he'll like wave his hand and they'll disappear.
205.
Okay. Anyone else?
What?
Sneaking. You're sneaking a peek at what files he had open before you guys came in.
6 of 12.
Okay, too good.
Where's
10
the,
of 2.
where's sneaking
That's
at?
good. Sneaking is under stealth.
It's
down
right
at the
above
bottom.
surveillance and perception.
So we're sleight of hand.
Oh yeah, it's 7 of 10.
Okay, well noticed. He's got a few locations here and there, and it all seems to be that he's looking for a certain man. Grandpa.
Swords.
He's trying to find him. He doesn't know where he's at. You also see another odd, like, plot to get his attention that he'll have to come out and save the world. He's trying to basically draw him out. So, seeing that, and he wipes it all away quickly as you come in, he says, what can I help you with?
Well, we have a way to get Rimball out of hiding.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
We also know that he was hoping to eat his B12. Did I say that one right? What one was it?
B3.
His B3.
So I don't know what the title of today's episode was, B3 or not to be.
Oh. His B3 souffle. And if we killed him, it would make another clone of him, and then he would be able to sign his contract. We'll sign a contract with you.
Okay. So you're saying you know where he is?
No, but I have talked with him.
Okay.
He will not come out of hiding until he has everything to make that souffle. The thing is, we have majority of it, but there are some things level reds like us cannot acquire.
Well, let's see here. I got a list of details as to why you don't have it.
Because we can't have it.
Here is what, and we're going to say for each item that you're saying you already have, you will need to make a, well, it all depends really. Look at your stats and decide how would you obtain these objects. Are you using bootlicking?
Let me see the items we've obtained.
Well, that's what we're checking. We're going to
Well,
see
I want to
it.
see which ones we have
We
obtained.
have none yet.
None yet.
We're going to check on the stat to see if you have located this stuff. Some easier than others.
18 cans of bouncy bubble beverage.
It's available at any vending machine in Alpha Complex. Who wants to go and recover that?
I'll try and get it.
Okay. How are you going to get it? You could just buy it. So
Yeah, just straight up buy that one.
Let's go with. I'm trying to think what this. Financial systems.
Software.
I got it. I got it free off of it.
Okay, you got that one.
Okay.
1 can bouncy bubble syrup.
How's that one usually obtained?
Well, there's some problems with this one. A can of bouncy bubble syrup. The syrup is a closely guarded secret. Clearance level violet. And accessible only to high programmers. So,
I asked him if he could acquire that for us.
yeah, you can get it. He has some actually in storage.
Thank you.
That way we don't have to worry about getting the clearance brought out. He tells his sister. Send message.
Next.
500 milliliters of Thymo blended.
That one we can get or he can get.
Well, that's a combat drug used mainly in the armed forces, easily secured through although it is a controlled substance. Internal security probably has the best chance. How would you procure this? Request it with oratory, charisma, just, hey boss, I need this. Conceal it and sneak it out? What are you doing?
Boss, I need this.
Well, since he knows what you're doing and he wants you to be there when you find it, but you remember our job. Okay. 250 milliliters of helium sulfate.
High programmer or something we can obtain.
Apparently you can obtain it. It doesn't say anything at all. Apparently it's available at the corner store.
I'll try and grab that one.
Okay. Financial services system. You're just buying it.
1 of 9.
Okay. Next, 2,000 grams of brown sugar.
Is that anywhere?
Yeah.
Go for it. Whoever wants to grab that, go for it.
Financial service.
8 of them. Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Now it's getting fun. 2 duck eggs.
2 dozen.
Yeah, 2 dozen duck eggs.
That's going to be a little harder.
He's gonna have to get that for us.
Well, depending who it says can get it.
Well, they talked about 2 stats we don't have.
Which stat?
It's available for bartering or procurement. What I'll say actually is someone will probably have to spend 20 points in perversity to get it to the black market.
Who's up for it?
Anybody have 20 points of perversity?
Sure. The
Perversity. It's that secret second page.
you'd have to lose
Yeah.
how much?
20.
I have it.
Okay, go ahead. Make a roll on con games for 2 dozen duck eggs underground. Someone goes outside. You know, that doesn't
11
exist
out
though.
of
But
4?
11 out of 4? No! So you only spent half your points. You only spent 10
Okay.
because you failed. Anyone else got anything to try?
I got this. I got enough. I'm going to give it.
You want to try it once? Mark
Yeah.
them off and make a roll.
And-
Use con games or whatever you think you'd have to use if you can like talk me into something else.
3 of 9.
3 of 9. Okay. You have 2 dozen duck eggs, which you bartered for.
Hi.
Okay.
Yes, hi.
Bose-Einstein condensate of truffle. It's a supercooled gas of weakly interacting bosons. And that one, actually, he's going to have to get one of those people working on that. He's never heard of it.
So, so just put a question mark on that.
Yep. He's going to have to see what he can do. Might have to do a deal with someone to see if he can get it. Basically, it requires weird science, which is not a skill they have, but man, I think I should put back in there. That's coming up with stuff that don't exist. How about this one? 2 kilograms of plutonium. Another controlled substance. And while alpha complexes are washed in atomic hair dryers and nuclear golf carts, it's still tricky to get pure plutonium without filling out a lot of paperwork and answering a lot of awkward questions in confession booths.
He's gonna have to get that for us.
He can get that one.
He can?
Yep. I do more roll book, you know. We're getting late, so we want to get some. And then you, as the vat operator, need to get the centrifuge rated at 2 times 10 to the 6th power revolutions per minute.
See if you can do it.
Okay, we'll
We'll just say, I think we're using Habitat Engineering for your ability to operate the equipment.
where's that at?
Under hardware. I think that's your key.
It's under electronic.
You got it.
Go for it. See if we can do this.
4 out of 9.
Okay, so you have all the ingredients. You call them up, I suppose.
Call him with him standing right there.
Okay. Oh, with Wacom? Okay. He goes over to the glass and starts moving things around. Looking while you're doing that. Maybe looking for it. I'm not sure what he's doing. What do you say to him?
We have all your ingredients, and this is where you need to go to.
Really?
He was the only person I could think of that could actually help us and get you here.
Well, you've been so helpful. Would you like to try some too?
That's good.
Okay. We'll let the centrifuge run for about an hour with all the ingredients in there, and I should be there to see how it goes. All right. As long as I can shake these bastards.
Shake these bastards like.
We keep having people show up trying to kill us, or at least me.
Where are you at? We'll come get you.
I'm under protection by a secret society, and they're afraid if you guys find out, you will probably arrest them. So it's better that I find a way to meet you.
Well, this is where we're at. If you can get here, I'm pretty sure you'll be well protected once you get here.
Okay. Just rip when I say anything. Okay. So you're there mixing all your stuff? And you need to roll under your habitat because it's going so long. We'll get under habitat. Under that habitat engineering. The engineering of the quality of your mixing.
11 out of 13.
Okay. It's doing good. And a little more burnt than normal looking. He's got a few marks on him. He shows up. He's got a couple guys with him. They look like troubleshooters. And he's like, so, but they probably retired. They're older. It's like, so, he goes over to that, checks the settings and everything, and says, should be ready soon. Who amongst us is brave enough to try my, to taste the limit of human capability? You want to try it? Okay. Don't worry, worst case scenario, I do believe that it shouldn't be so dangerous to damage our clones. Shouldn't be.
No way I'm going to eat it.
Also, the effect can affect different people different ways. Depends on it's like hot food. How do you handle hot food? So he goes ahead, gets it, it squirts out a green ice cream looking goo somehow. It's moving. It's like, ooh. Very daintily carries it over to a table and sets it down. And he pulls out a straw/spoon thing. Stirs it around a little bit, sticks it in there, and then just starts slurping it down really quickly. In the process, he set up one for you. Thanks. Looking at each other, you're like, you could. He puts out his spoons dry. You'd like, cheers. And he rolls his die 20.
Greedy.
Hey, Guido.
And he sits there and eats it. And he's like, keeps going.
I'm gonna shoot him in the head.
Go ahead, fire.
Oh, on it. And how people are rolling.
Well, what's your gun's rank? It's a laser pistol, the blue one, right?
Yeah.
But it's the same range. It's just works on it. W what? 3K? Is that what laser guns are? W3K? Yeah, that sounds familiar. So his number. Well, first of all, you have to hit with laser weapons from your hand. What do you have? What's your skill? The laser pistol. 4 points higher than your violence.
Projectile weapons.
Energy weapons. The big number.
6 of 9.
Okay. 6. So that's 1, 2.
OSWMEKB.
Okay. He falls down. He's kicking a bit.
I'm gonna do it again.
Still saying, woo!
I'm gonna do it again.
Okay, fire again.
Oh, we got the rest.
Anyone else doing anything?
9 of 9.
Okay.
I'm just staying out of
Shoots
the
him
fire
up.
range.
2. Roll percentage dice.
21.
Hard hit. Hits for extra damage. 1. So. Gee. He's down. He's not saying woo, but he's still kind of like.
I'll end it so his other clone can come back.
Okay.
Chicken shit.
Fucking 1 of 15.
Okay. Then you vaporize him. He's dead. Anyone want to drink the other bowl?
Nope.
No!
11 would have been instant death. You rolled a 10. Either your brain couldn't handle it or your blood just spontaneous transmuted into V3.
You know!
Hey, one of the possible results can kill you and mutate your clone. So you gain a new power in the process. So bad, Tate, so strong that it affects your clone 1 mile away.
Wow.
You could have also rolled explosive death, which would have been all of you.
Oh, God.
So,
Then we would have all kids like try to kill you.
he dies. But he wasn't damaged because he wasn't killed by the... Yeah, it says stun. You can't do anything for several minutes other than go, woo! Woo!
Oh.
Okay, what time we got?
Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 10:44 p.m.
I think we're good.
We could be. I just have a couple things we need to ask questions on.
Yeah.
Who would like to add anything to next time we play? We're going to start Here's the morning routine. They won't have something they want to have added as request for your department.
Softer alarms.
Softer alarms. That's that. Okay.
Bigger breakfast.
Bigger breakfast.
Of course.
Well, of course, then, my idea was smaller breakfast. Let them eat less. They'll be happier. Well, actually, that's their group. Does anyone remember? There's a form I gave you that said exactly what they wanted your departments to say.
Yeah, it's around here somewhere in that bag.
Well, the problem you find out is this form you've been saying we need to fill out hasn't been created yet. But when it is, they'll give you copies to hand out. Anyone else? Well then, I'll just say, so you guys know, you were supposed to request mandatory daily schedules.
Oh yeah.
We found out they didn't exist.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to get someone out making it. You'll get 10 perversity points. HPTMC. That's you. Well, the big thing is, they think we should restart the concept that we find in history called the morning television show. Like morning talk shows.
No.
Oh, also, Vex and Wade get 1 point increase under your secret service, your secret society, as well as 100 perversity points apiece for completing those missions. See PLC? Yes. Who's PLC? Yeah, it's you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Their bottom line, which you kind of say you want to increase their food, is they need to sell breakfast cereal to all Alpha Complex. Most eat Crunchy Time algae chips, which are cheap, but if you could switch them all to Vita Yum Wakey Chow, it would be wonderful, and our profits would go up.
Okay.
Internal security.
Yep.
Well, your people want more random morning interrogations. They think when people aren't quite awake yet, you could ask them surprise questions and they'll admit to their guilt. There's a 4.5% chance it will work. So they want permission to just suddenly come over to the TV line and say, "Hey, what's your favorite pill?"
Hey, what color underwear you wearing?
Better read his kid's rank. Underwear? I'm wearing infrared underwear. That's soft.
Mine glows in the
Technical
dark.
Services is not here, but Brack's supposed to push for a 24-hour day. There's no reason for this, simple.
At least if we make the TV show, if we do.
And
Early morning show.
everyone gets 1 point to add to everything.
Next time.
Yeah.
Have you taken care of your other two?
Yes, I did.
Good, because I ain't gonna. There'll be only 1 point you guys are still owed. You just add it to any stat.
I've already done that.
Yeah. Did you do your +2?
What?
Points? No. Okay, so now you have 3 points
You're welcome.
You
to
can
add
add
to
anywhere.
stats. Yeah, you put 1 point apiece, 3 on 1, whatever you want.
I'll just write it
I think
down.
your max is 18.
15.
15?
Yeah. Sorry.
Straight up. So, I hope you guys all enjoyed watching. We'll try these crazy people later.
Really get out of here.
I think, what was that other game? Card game for next week.
Bad choices.
Bad choices? Okay. Sounds entertaining. We always like some bad choices. Thank you, everyone. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. We'll be back.
See you next time.
It doesn't say your name.
what?
Rosemary.
Legs cramping.
Every time I just use plain roses, taking one at a time.